Within landscapes like this, all across the continent of Africa, poaching persists as a serious problem. But inside this building, sitting in the middle of a game and nature reserve about an hour north of Cape Town, there is new hope in ending the crisis.
The Wildlife Forensic Academy is a unique facility focusing on the training of individuals that come across a wildlife crime scene.
The animals in this first-of-a-kind facility are real and were preserved through the taxidermy process. The blood is fake.
Wildlife crimes often are processed initially by individuals that don't necessarily have training around law enforcement from a legal perspective. So they often don't collect evidence correctly, or they don't even notice this evidence. So what is really important is to give people skills that they can collect evidence so that the evidence can be used in an investigation, and hopefully down the line it will end up in a prosecution.
This is something that we can come across every day. We have high rate of rhino poaching, and we have so many poachers that walked free in court because rangers didn't collect evidence enough, or they don't know how to collect evidence. So it is important for rangers to get this knowledge.
Co-founder and veterinarian Greg Simpson first encountered the issue while training veterinary students.
We noticed more and more poachings, and then I would take my students to these events and help them process them, find the bullets, etc. And I realized that we didn't get that kind of training as veterinarians. We didn't really get forensic training, and so we saw the need to try and catalyze improvements and improve biodiversity protection.
There are also simulations of a poacher's house and truck and an inflatable boat which could be used for poaching marine life.
Historically, wildlife forensics has not had the profile that it needs. With increasing crimes, particularly certain animals like rhinos and elephants, it's got a much better profile. So it's becoming more important, and people are seeing the value of forensics in a wildlife crime scene.
The training is led by crime scene and legal experts like Petro van der Westhuizen, who spent 21 years as an investigator for the South African Police Service.
Today we created a scenario of rhino poaching for them. We've divided them into teams, and now they have to investigate the scene and see if they can find the evidence linking the suspect to the scene. We use actual wildlife crime scenes, evidence that we know of that has previously been submitted in court.
The courses range from 1 to 4 weeks long and welcome students from all over the world. From vehicle searches to evidence collection to properly handling documentation, the lessons culminate with a courtroom scenario where students learn how to defend their case.
The purpose of cross-examination is to test the credibility, the trustworthiness of evidence, and unless you can survive that cross-examination, it might mean that the court might not accept your evidence.
Arresting the criminals is a crucial first step in this global fight, but without conviction, the cycle is likely to continue.
Illegal wildlife trade, wildlife crimes is a real priority. It's a threat to biodiversity, it's a threat to human health, and if we can improve knowledge around this and awareness, that'll be really, really valuable. So teaching people skills of how to document evidence is really important from a law enforcement perspective, and we really need to improve our law enforcement around wildlife and the environment.